Dibeli 20.000 saja, kain indah 20.000 saja. Oh, Miss, konnichiwa, ni hao. Ah, yeah, come. I sell you very good thing because you very beautiful, ya, Miss. I give you only 50,000. Very cheap. Harga lokalnya 20.000 kan, Mbak? Oh. Matur nuwun, Mbak. Stop. Take a look at me. Now, where do you think I am from? I'll give you 5 seconds. 1. Am I from China? 2. Am I from Singapore? 3. Or maybe Malaysia? 4. America? 5. Deutschland. If you answered Indonesia, you are right! Ding, 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 ding. Probably the batik gave it away, or if you stood the sketch in the beginning, but yo. Welcome to today's episode of LifeSnip. In this video, I'm going to share my experiences around the world of people trying to guess where I'm from and getting it wrong all the time. These were times when I traveled to Dubai, to Krakow, to Venice, Germany in general, and also even Indonesia. So watch this video till the end. The first sketch is based on a true story. I was in Bali and they were trying to sell me something in English, and then I spoke Indonesian and they just lost interest in me because they know that locals don't pay as much as tourists would. So a bit of a background, I am 100% Indonesian. I was born in Jakarta, I was raised in Jakarta. I'm ethnically Chinese. My family still celebrates Chinese traditions like Chinese New Year. I speak Mandarin Chinese, but just because I learned it in school. My family speaks a dialect of Chinese, but somehow I didn't catch on it. To a more historical background, the Chinese have migrated to Indonesia since the 14th century, or some sources even say from 1,000 years ago. From like my family tree, probably I'm like, I don't know, 5th generation Chinese or something, but I don't know exactly because my grandparents are all born and raised in either Medan, Palembang, or Jakarta. So just different cities in Indonesia. There's around 2.5 million Chinese Indonesians, which sounds like a lot, but actually isn't because it's from a population of around 260 million, so that's like 1.2%. But some cities are more of a Chinese Indonesian Cindo hotspots than others. Like my area of West Jakarta growing up, there were more Chinese Indonesians than, for example, East Jakarta. Now, I've traveled abroad a lot the last few years, and now I'm currently living in Germany. And I've met more than a handful of people who were really shocked when I told them that I come from Indonesia. And when I do tell them, they tell me that, oh, I've been to Indonesia, but they don't really look like you. I'm like, yeah, because we're a racial minority there. There was this one time a couple years ago, I was traveling to Krakow in Poland. Me and my friend, he was also Indonesian. We were just taking touristy photos, and it was in the marketplace next to restaurants. And there was a guy sitting in the restaurant and just asking, where are you from? Me and my friend were just like, oh, take a guess. You have 3 chances. And then the guy was like, oh, Taiwan, Malaysia, and then he just keeps on guessing like every single Southeast Asian country, but he was just missing Indonesia. And yeah, well, he didn't guess it, but we told him afterwards. With the same friend, we went to Venice and we went to this candy shop. The shop steward was like, hello, I can guess where you're from. I was like, oh really, where? You guys are Americans. Like, I mean, okay, yeah, me and my friend were speaking English, but okay, but that was a first. I was never like guessed to be American. And in Germany, in the regular streets, I remember this one time in Winterberg and like other times in other cities as well, I was just walking down the street and someone would just say, Ni hao! And I really want to shout back like, I'm not from China! But I think they're not being racist. They think they know a greeting in a language that they assume I speak, and they just want to say hi in that language. I don't really see a problem with that. I used to, because I'm like, they need to ask me where I'm from. I'm not from China. But then again, like I look like this. I am also ethnically Chinese, so I'm like, yeah, guten Tag. Also, I had a conversation with this nice lady in the supermarket. She approached me, she was like, ni hao, and I'm just like, hello. She asked me in German like where I'm from. I answered in German, and he's like, Indonesian. We had like a short conversations like how long have I been here and blah blah blah. She was a really nice lady, so that's why like I really think that most times people don't really mean any harm. Another case, I was in a mall in central Jakarta with my friends. That time, I just cut my hair into a boy cut, but I was just wearing a casual outfit. I was, however, carrying a duty-free bag. Not because I had anything duty-free there, but it was just like a plastic bag that I used to carry my stuff. In the entrance of the mall, we have the security check where like the security guy checks your bag. And like my friends were in front of me. Yeah, tolong dibuka tasnya. Okay, and then he checks. And then when it got to my turn, he was like, yes, can you please open your bag? Okay. I think after that, I'm just like, makasih pak at the end. It's just funny to see that people from my own country don't even think I'm from their country. And another funny story, I was in Dubai airport, already waiting in front of the gate for the flight to Jakarta. A lady approached me. She was a TKW, or tenaga kerja wanita. She's Indonesian working in Dubai. She came to me and she said, oh, hello, is this the gate for Jakarta? And seeing that she's Indonesian and her English is not very fluent, I replied in bahasa. Iya mbak, bener ini gate-nya. Masih 2 jam lagi sih tapi. Okay, so I sit here is okay. And I was like, why is she still replying me in English? I was clearly speaking bahasa. So I continued in bahasa. Nggak apa-apa, duduk di sini aja. Kan ada wifi ini bisa main handphone. Si mbak udah login wifi-nya? Belum. Boleh saya bantu? Oh iya, boleh. Ya. Jadi ini cuma perlu login aja. Aku coba masukin ya mbak. Si mbak kok bisa ngomong bahasa Indonesia ya? Ya kan saya orang Jakarta mbak. Lahir gede di Jakarta emang. Hah? Oh, pantesan tak kira orang Taiwan atau Hong Kong sana. Soalnya mukanya itu ndak ini toh. And after that we had a good conversation. But it was just weird. Like, she was in such disbelief. If you saw her face, she was shocked. So what are some perks of not looking stereotypically like what the people of your country normally look like? For one, you can eavesdrop when locals talk about you, especially in touristy areas, but this goes for like knowing any foreign language and being somewhere where people don't think you speak their language. Also, you can pull the tourist card in touristy places, and I'm taking like way too many photos. Oh, sorry, I am not from around here. Oh my gosh, I don't know what accent I just did. And you can pull out the local card and speak to them in the language, and they're gonna be really shocked. All in all, it's great because anywhere in the world, when people guess where you're from, it starts a conversation. And I think that's quite nice when you're traveling, to just get to talk to people and exchange thoughts. But it also comes with some cons. Being a racial minority puts you in the corner of when there's some political turmoil. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. So for me, I don't really take it personally when people greet me with ni hao on the street, unless they prove that they have bad intentions. I just take it in stride and be like, just say hi back. What about you guys? Do you think it's offensive when people just assume where you're from without really asking you first? Or do you think that's like completely okay? Comment them down below. Like this video if you liked it. That's it for today's live snip, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Oh damn!